Hey everyone, Dan at Ochiko Bushcraft. Well, as of yesterday, fire season has ended in the Ochikos. It has been something like 5 months since I've been able to have a fire out here, and I'm excited. So when they posted that yesterday, that campfires are now allowed in the Ochikos, first thing this morning before daylight, I headed up here in the mountains. The sun is just now starting to come up. It's right around freezing out here, and I started to clear out a little area behind me and gather up a few rocks to make a little fire pit. So as you can tell, I'm excited. 5 months, and if you guys are into bushcraft like I am, you know that if you're in an area that has fire seasons and you get locked down for 5 months and can't have any fires, that you're just constantly waiting and waiting and anticipating when you can finally make that fire again. So I wanted to bring you guys along with me this morning to enjoy this. Again, first fire in like 5 months. I'm not going to do anything new that you haven't seen in other videos. I'm going to gather up some firewood, um, make me an upside down fire because I wanted to put out a lot of heat and burn for a couple hours while I stay out here and just enjoy it. And so just going to film, gathering firewood and making the fire, and hope you guys enjoy being back out here with me. So let's go get some firewood. Okay, found me a nice dead pole, little dead snag, and on an upside down fire, I want to put the bigger stuff on the bottom and then work my way up, kind of crisscross it. Show you when I get it going. But these aren't real big. You know, I didn't have any real big stuff real close, but I'm going to saw up a bunch of these so to make the bottom layers with. Got my Baco. See, that ought to be about right. It's where I like having a Baco. You see the blade just bent over on me, but it's just fine. Okay. So I'm gonna go through and cut me a nice little pile of this. Maybe enough to make about 3 layers, 3 rows. One this way, another one on top of it, and another one back the other way. And then maybe find some smaller stuff. So do some more sawing here and turn you guys back on here in a minute. Got me a nice start going here. First couple layers done up. And as I'm working my way down this pole, coming to these. So this is going to be one of my top layers up on top on an upside down fire. I build it up, light the fire on top with the small stuff, and it will burn down into the thicker stuff. Like I said, this isn't real big, obviously, but I just want one for a couple hours this morning, and this will give me a great start. So get a couple more of these sawed, and then we'll go see if we can find some tinder in the branches and bring that back too. Got some big old root wads near where my fire's going to be, If you guys have watched my videos, you know that these old root wads like this are just completely filled with pitch. So I'm gonna get me a piece or two of fat wood out of here and mix that in with the fire and get it really, really going hot. And of course, I'm gonna use fat wood and my ferro rod to start the fire anyway. So let's saw into this and see if there isn't some nice fat wood in there. I got a feeling it's loaded. All right. Let's see. See those dark strips in there? Those, what looks like dark splotches? That's pitch. Veins of pitch running up through here. And you can smell it in the sawdust. See if I can get some of that. The sawdust that is coming up out of that. Just loaded with pitch. Get a couple more of these. Let's see. Find a good place to take one. Oh. Show you guys that. Look at that. That little sawdust right there. That's solid pitch. Little pile of that will take a spark and make a nice fire. So save me some of that, haul it over there. Finish getting this other piece off here. Yeah. Whoa. This has even got more in it than the last piece. Again, those dark splotches. That's just solid pitch running through here. So I'll put a couple pieces of this in my fire and that's gonna get it burning really hot. All right, I got a couple layers of them little poles cut. Got me a couple pieces of fat wood that I'm gonna put in the middle. Got a smaller piece over at the truck that I'm gonna use to make shavings. So what we need is some fine stuff to pile up on top, get the fire going, and then the hot coals dropping down in. So go take a little walk through the brush here and see what we can find. Look at this behind me. I took a little walk around camp, and this is what's left of a fir tree that has died. I mean, this thing right here is a torch. You literally could light the bottom of this and woof, this is great stuff. We actually, when stuff gets really, really thick and heavy like this out here, we actually call this, the nickname of it in the Ochocos is witch's broom. I'm gonna get a couple big handfuls of this stuff. So this, and if you can hear that, that's dry. Listen to that. Even though it's been raining out here now, this stuff here is still dry as can be. So Be a nice arm load here. We'll haul this back to camp. We'll start setting up our upside down fire. Just wanted to give you guys a look. Little area I've cleared out here. It's not a big area, but I've made me a little rock wall, kind of curves around. Cleared it out here, so I'm gonna grab those poles and those fat wood, and I got all my fine stuff back there, and start building this up. Okay, start layering stuff in here. And what I do when I lay those down, I'll show you guys here in a second. I leave a little gap as I spread these out. I leave a little gap between all of them for airflow. I want airflow under here. In fact, a lot of times I'll make a little trench that goes underneath them so that airflow can get right up under there. And the coals from the top will just keep falling down. I want to put some of that fat wood right here in the middle, and it'll really go. It's really going to burn nicely. Could have used a couple more pieces of the bigger stuff. That's all right. This is going to work just fine. Nice. Yep. That's going to work well. I got air channels through here all the way down. So once that starts catching, it's just going to air, and then the coal's going down. It's going to be really nice. Okay. I'm going to save this last bundle to put right on top of my flames when I get it going. So I'm going to go get me a piece of bark and then put some fatwood shavings and some fine sawdust on that bark. And I'm going to get that burning first, and get some of this burning, and then set it all on top here. So let's go see if we can find a piece of bark and some, I got some smaller pieces of fatwood over at the truck, and get those going. Okay, got me a piece of bark. So I'm actually going to ignite my fire on top of this piece of bark, and then when it's burning real good, I'll move it right into the top of the top layer of tinder I got. So got me a piece of fat wood here, baton down, and using my Essie Hungles 2, which is still my favorite. I'm going to get me some fine shavings that'll take a spark, fine scrapings that is, and then some shavings as well. I got a 90-degree spine on this. I've showed you guys before that Market Sagebrush Customs put on for me. So I'm getting me a nice pile of shavings to take my spark. You guys can see that. I'm going to put that up here on the bark. I don't want to lose any of that. Right now that stuff is gold to me. A little bit more. Nice. Really nice. So that's actually plenty to take my spark there. Get me a little flame going. So then I want to put some fine shavings on top of that. Actually will work perfect. The piece that came off there. Make me some little slivers off of that. These little slivers will burn wonderfully. That was kind of a bonus. I wasn't expecting that. But I'll make some fine curls and stuff too here. While I've got them, breaking a few of these up. Little fine slivers, because once the flame, they're small enough that once the flame hits them, they're going to take right off. And that's going to get everything else going nicely. Okay. I'm not trying to be real fancy. I just want some material that'll hold a flame for a little while. Some little shavings mixed with a few little curls. So I got a few little curls there, got some splinters, got some shavings. I'm going to put all of those here. I'm going to leave a little bit of this fine scrapings of sawdust uncovered. A couple more of those, I'll be set. Perfect. So those right there. Catch that flame and get my fire going. It's going to be nice. All right. Okay. Trying to do everything where you guys can see me. So I've got my upside down fire ready to go, ready to light. I got those fine shavings sitting here. See, I want to get where you guys can hopefully see me. And ferro rod. I'm going to use the back of my hungless too. Okay. Perfect. You guys can see that. I'm going to get that going. Let that get going real good. I'm going to put it right down here. Okay. And then feed some of this up on top. I don't want to put it out. I'm just gonna put some right here on the side. And then here we go. And that is just going to start burning its way down. The hot coals are just going to start dropping down. That's going to ignite the layer that's under this, and then that'll ignite the other layer. And of course I got those two pieces of fat wood in the middle, and they're going to burn hot for a very long time. So this is what we've been waiting for. Very, very nice. You know, they're saying here in Oregon, oh wow, that feels good. There's definitely a chill in the air. That feels really good. They're saying here in Oregon next week, up in the mountain passes, they've already got snow alerts. Can you believe that? Long, hot, dry summer drought. Rain is coming, snow's coming, fire season's over. So I got me a little seat here built up, and I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna enjoy the heat of this fire. Guys, thanks for tuning in to Ochiko Bushcraft. And I hope wherever you're at, that you get the chance to get out and start doing your fires soon. Take care out there.